Hello Alexei, this is your friend Denis in Canada. I prepared this video to make sure you understood my point when I mentioned about the search result 2. You seem to don't understand why I wanted to use search result 2, or in fact I could use anything else if you dislike search result 2, but I will tell you why I don't wish to keep the search result, okay? Just want to make sure you understood my point. Here I am on my virtual machine where I have double commander installed. In my roaming profile, you see there is no double commander folder. I didn't even launch it once. And here I have the version that would work with the variable search result in the config file that I dislike, and the one that is searching for another variable. And what I was suggesting was simply search result 2. Let's suppose we start the nightly build. Let's suppose I do a search. I will search, for example, reset. See the dimension of the font. Okay, right now the font there is the same thing, the same dimension as the one we have just over it. Let's suppose we zoom it very big. If we put it very big, it will work for the session, okay? But if we close the application and then we launch it back and we do again a search, see, it come back small, okay? In other words, it didn't save correctly the dimension, okay, the size of the font. In fact, what it did, it initialized a global variable, it saved it at the end, but in the process here, it doesn't work with the global variable, okay? So that's why it doesn't work. But if we go, okay, see now in my roaming profile, I have a double commander folder. If we go in the profile, we open the XML file and we search for the result, we see that the setting has been saved to 14, okay? Which is not the dimension we saw. Okay, it's simply what the programmer who did that originally by mistake, he put 14 and he never actually used it. If we go with that variable, okay, the variable that is there, when I will launch the version that load search result, it will really load the 14 at that moment. So let's suppose I launch it. Let's suppose I do a search. See, it is larger than what it was before. I know you will tell me that we can resize it and put it smaller, but let's suppose there is 25,000 users a year that have double commander right now in the last year. It's not true that the 25,000 persons will know, okay, that they can resize it with the wheels. Many will complain and say, hey, why did they change that? Where do I go? And they will, I know it will not take an hour to change that, but they will search. There is some of them who doesn't know. Okay, so that's why I want to avoid. Okay, you and I certainly we can resize it, but I'm saying why would we force them if there is an easy way to do that? So let's suppose I do the other scenario, what I am suggesting. Let's suppose I start the nightly build, and in fact I don't even have to do a search, okay, because the damage has already been done. Okay, it's already 14 that is stored there. So if I go with something else, do a search, reset, for example. So see, now it is the same dimension and what it was. And if we make it larger and we close it, relaunch it, do again a search, it remember this time how it is. And if we go in double commander setting, it is true that we will have our old setting that is there, that will be non-used, that will be there, but we will have our search result 2 here, that will be the one that will be actually used. So that's my point. My point was to help the person to don't have to change a setting if they don't have to. And maybe if you don't like the search result 2, maybe we can I can name it find result, then it will be different. And if you care about settings that are there that are not used, sir, there are a few other ones also that are not used, that are the result of evolution. So I see no problem to have these few bytes that remains there.